In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve these large faux locks on myself. I use this Jamaican Reggae 80-inch hair. For the actual curls, I use 3 packs of this. I got 2 packs of the deep twist and 1 pack of the Gogo curl. I wasn't really a fan of the Gogo curl texture because I like for them to look messy. So this is the deep twist, and the Gogo curl was a much tighter curl, but it is what it is. So I made this video, so I hope that my video helps you guys, because I remember wanting to do this style and I was so afraid that, you know, I was gonna do it wrong. All the videos I was watching at that time seemed so complicated, but I'm going to link the videos that helped me down below in the description bar, so be sure to check that out also. And yeah, so I'm gonna get right into it. So first, I started off by moisturizing my scalp and moisturizing my hair. I do get dry scalp, so I made sure to also apply moisturizer between the parting spaces as I went along. For my parting spaces, I didn't want anything to be symmetrical because the kind of look I was going for was kind of like a messy look. So I didn't want anything to be the same size or the same shape. So hence to why I'm just making sure my parting spaces were clean, but they didn't need to be the same shapes or the same sizes. So right now I'm just braiding down my hair. If you don't know how to do this step, I suggest getting someone to help you, but I didn't braid my hair down to the ends. I just braided it far enough to the point where I know it wouldn't unravel underneath the lock. And also, when you are braiding your hair, you want to make sure it's not too tight at the root. So now I'm going to take my latch hook needle and crochet the Freetress deep twist hair. You want to make sure that you're starting off with the latch hook needle open, and then you slide it through the root of your braid, and you're going to take the Freetress hair and hoop it through the needle, and then push the needle against your braid, and it will automatically close like so, and then slide the hair through. So this is why I told you guys to make sure the root of your braid isn't too tight to the scalp, so that way when you crochet the hair through your hair, it'll basically have enough space to slide through without causing any tension. So now I'm just brushing out the ends of the Cuban twist hair. It comes pretty stuck together like so, so that's why I'm making sure to brush out both sides of both ends. And this hair already does come like pre-separated, so I'm taking the shorter end, and then I'm going to just use the same method that I did crocheting the deep twist hair, and I'm just basically going to slide that right through my braid and pull it through. And this hair is pretty kinky and thick, as you can see, and this is only 1 strand. So I do like this hair, and I do recommend it if you're looking to do this style, because it covers a lot more area than a lot of the other Marley hair textures out there. So now what I'm doing is I'm still holding on to that short end of the Marley hair, and I'm wrapping the longer end of the Marley hair around my box braid, the Freetress curly hair, and the shorter end of the Marley hair. So I am using my index finger for security, and then I am wrapping around the root 3 to 4 times. So this is gonna secure the root for me. And then as I twist downwards, you're gonna see that I'm using my thumb and my index finger, and this to hold onto the lock as I continue to wrap downwards. Here I was wrapping clockwise, so I noticed that when I was wrapping clockwise, my locks did appear to look neater versus some of the locks that I did towards the back. I wrapped counterclockwise, and those appeared to be a little messier, which I also did not mind. But just a little tip for you guys, if you're wrapping counterclockwise versus clockwise, you will notice that some of the locks may appear to be neater than the others, depending on which one is your more dependent hand. So as I'm continuously wrapping downwards, I am also making sure that I am overlapping the lock a little bit, and this remainder piece of the Marley hair that's left out, I am just making sure to stretch that out a little. And then I basically just wrapped it downwards and then wrapped it back upwards, because if you continue wrapping downwards, it will just unravel and you won't be able to burn it without burning the Freetress hair. So basically I wrapped it back upwards, and then I burned it and rubbed that together to secure the lock. So this is what the lock looks like from root to tip. And now we're gonna just repeat the same process. So when you're separating the Freetress hair, you wanna do so carefully so you don't form any knots in the hair. If you form knots, you'll end up losing some of the hair. So just separate it carefully. Insert the hook through your braid, hoop the Freetress hair onto the hook, and then you want to just push the back of the hook onto your braid. This will allow the crochet hook to close automatically without you using your thumbs, and then slide the hair through. And I did find it to be easier to adjust the hair 1/4 of the way and let the remaining 3/4 hang. So that way, once you pull through the shorter piece, you can just adjust it when it's inside the braid by sliding it back and forth. Now this is the Jamaican Reggae hair. I couldn't find any more Cuban Twist at my beauty supply, but the lady said that it was similar, so I grabbed it. The only thing is though, it didn't have the kinky texture that the Cuban Twist had. The hair was much softer, but a little fuller. I did cut the hair in half, hence to why it looks like there's a lot of hair on the hook in this section. And this is also a perfect example of what I was telling you guys earlier about holding the hair at 1/4 and letting the 3/4 hang, so that way you can just get it through your braid and then just maneuver it how you choose. I'm basically just gonna slide this back towards the root and just let a little bit hang, because the longer section of the hair is what I'm going to use to wrap around and create my lock. So now I'm approaching the end of this lock, and I stretched that out a little, and then I'm gonna just keep twisting, going downwards, and then as I approach like a very little piece that's left, I'm just gonna twist it back upwards and then burn it. And then I'm also going to show you guys how to add more hair to continue the lock, because as you can see, this lock was still pretty short and I needed it to be a little longer. So I'm gonna show you how to add more hair. So I took another piece of hair, brushed that out, same size, same length and all that. And then I'm going to take this shorter end and I'm going to wrap it around the end of the lock. However, please pay attention to this part. I am wrapping it counterclockwise. That little piece that I held on, I'm wrapping it counterclockwise. You want to make sure you're not holding a very long piece, because then it will defeat the purpose of you trying to extend the lock. So I wrapped it counterclockwise, and so now I'm wrapping the remainder of the hair clockwise in the same direction that I wrapped the entire lock in. But you have to make sure that you're wrapping the tail counterclockwise, that way it can stay secured underneath the lock. I then decided that this is where I wanted to end off this lock, so I just like scissor layered I just scissor layered the ends off, I guess. You don't want to cut straight across because you won't get the string effect that you need for the end to wrap it down and wrap it back up. You guys already know what I'm talking about because I already showed you that, but yeah. Just gonna burn this off, and I know that there's this little indentation between where I stopped my first lock and where I began the second lock, but I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that also. I just grabbed a little bit more hair. I just lightly wrapped a little tail counterclockwise, and then I wrapped, oh actually I went in reverse here. So I wrapped the little tail clockwise, and then I wrapped the remaining of the hair counterclockwise. Sorry, I kind of went opposite here. Guys, doing these locks took me forever, okay? At this point, I was tired, so forgive me. But you guys get the drift. And here's what it looks like. Not tight at all, very flexible, very lightweight. And here's what the rest of my false lock look like. Keep in mind, this was my first time doing it. I did not want to focus on perfection at all, because if I did, I felt like maybe I would be there all day trying to do these, and it was already taking me long enough to do them. So mine's are all different shapes, different sizes, different lengths. So I really like this hairstyle because there's no right or wrong. Don't be afraid to try these, guys. When I started the back, I was like, oh my god, what am I getting myself into? This is not gonna look good on me. But it ended up looking really nice. Don't say you can't do it until you try, guys. That's one of my biggest mindsets. So definitely go for it. Don't doubt yourself. Have the can do, believe you can do attitude, and you'll definitely get it done. So I did one half of my head one day, and then I did the other half the next day when I woke up. And yeah, pretty much if you have a friend, definitely try to see if someone can help you out if you don't want the process to be really long. I think that when you're doing these on yourself, it could take a little longer depending on how fast you are, but being that this was my first time doing them on myself, it took me a little longer. I'm going to link the videos that helped me or encouraged me to feel like, you know, I could probably do this on my own. I'm gonna link them down below in the description bar, so be sure to check that out also. And if you guys find my video helpful also, please give it a big thumbs up, so that way I know, like, in the future if I experiment any hairstyles, I can definitely make a tutorial about it and help you guys out also. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching, guys.